Hello, hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello.
What's
Hello,
happening?
hello.
Is all the audio working?
Mm.
Mama Woes? Mic checks all around. Can you hear us?
Well, the question is can she hear you? Since somehow that's always the mysterious.
It's like the biggest problem.
What it is Spio's audio is. Oh my god, I can hear myself. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Spio's audio is so much quieter compared to everyone else's in its balance.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I can do. Isn't there like a cloud lifter or something that I can whatever it's
Yeah,
called?
cloud lifter / phantom power. Not all mics need it, but it might be worth looking into. They're not very expensive.
Interesting. Okay.
Or I could just haul the 6-channel mixer from the studio back and forth. Does that
It's
work?
also well, I feel like it's digital because I can hear you fine in Discord.
Mm.
So it's not, yeah, I think it's the mix. It's your mix sent into OBS.
Potentially a little column A, a little column B. I do usually have to run SPO at 200%, but
Oh yeah.
also
Does he have
it does
raise
appear
that
to be
one?
quieter on stream than what I
He
hear.
is at 200% on me too. Yeah.
Oh, on stream. Well, I can turn that up. I have it down a little bit.
There you go.
There. How does this sound, everyone? Welcome to the Murkmire.
Oh, I did. Okay, try it one more
Oh,
time.
they said it was great. It's great. Welcome to. Have you guys? Never mind. That's inappropriate for the stream, so I'm not going to say it.
I mean, in session 1, somebody like did a rail and then shot somebody. So,
well, it was
Yeah.
I don't know, it was some like magician that I've been seeing on like these. I forget what it is.
Shorts.
It's stupid. Yeah, shorts. Funny though. Yes, Graziling, Senilio.
Hello, everybody.
From the Boreal Wilds. Let me pull up my intro here and pull up the music. Turn the music back on. Perfect. Let me scroll back up. All right. Well, guys, sad news. In the chaos of turning on and off the VOD recordings, we lost last session.
Oh
So,
God.
oh no!
Oh no!
Either that or it was the session before, but I know we lost one session, unfortunately.
No! Oh.
So my idea for a fix is to just never turn it off and just delete videos that we play. We do not play copyrighted music on our channel. But if for some reason it would ever be assumed that we did, we would delete those. Anyways, welcome
We get
everyone.
muted anyway. Gets muted.
Yeah. Welcome to tonight's session of the Murkmire Unveiling the Shadows. This game is an early sort of 1900s feel horror mystery campaign setting in the swamplands of Numestria. A little bit about us. We're the Mortal Woes, inclusive TTRPG community, and we strive to inspire all to learn, create, play. This wonderful music that you're hearing are from the fantastic artists over at artlist.io that I use, along with any of the sound effects that will be happening in the games. So appreciate all their efforts in providing us awesome material. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and do some introductions. We do have a couple members still potentially showing up this evening, so hopefully we'll have them later on. I'm Spio. I will be your dungeon master. And for whoever else is feeling froggy or hoppy or caffeinated, this is the last thing I remember about Rowan is drinking a whole gallon of coffee and doing a bulletin board investigation. Feel free to go ahead.
Well, I guess it's me.
Heck yeah.
I typically go last to round it out as one of the other. Anyway, hi, my name's Justin. Call me Gear. I'm playing Rowan. It's nice to be here.
Woo woo.
Ooh,
Yay.
Justin.
Yeah, that is my legal first name. My mother gave it to me.
Pulling out the legal
Wow.
name. Dang.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the middle name too, though, so he's not in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I won't tell you my middle name, so therefore I
Hey,
can never
guys.
be in trouble.
Oh, big brain.
Loophole in the system.
Hey guys, my name is full legal first, second, third, and last name. Nah. Hello,
That's a weird.
everyone.
That's
Nice
a
to
weird
meet,
thing. Your parents hated you. They named you full first, second, third, and legal last name.
Yes, that's my name. Like it says on my ID right there. Like,
I bet you. I
Wow.
bet you get taken aside at the airport a lot.
oh, for sure. No, nice to meet you, everyone. Happy to be here again tonight. My name is Kai or Bread, and I will be playing Harrison Softstep again tonight.
Fred, I did not mean to set a precedent. By the way, when I did that.
No, I understand. I just felt like sharing it.
Nice.
I am the disembodied voice of Mercy from Here to Be Monsters, and I'm not feeling very good, so I may be in and out, but as often as I can be, I will be playing Honora's tonight.
Woo woo. Our froggy friend.
Honores.
Yippee.
Yeah, so I just reset Foundry. So you guys all might want to just slap an F5 down real quick.
I actually still can't get a connection.
Okay.
Oh,
Sometimes it takes a bit if the screen is gray.
Now it says the site cannot be reached, and then gives the IP
Uh-oh.
and says it took too long to respond.
Let me just close out of it real quick. I'll reopen it completely.
oh yeah. Yes, I can join again.
Yeah, it just opened back up.
I'm in.
Man.
I'm in. But
Looks like the backdoor algorithm has been turned into some sort of
Oh,
asynchronous hatch key. They thought they could stop me. They don't know who I am. They don't call me Cypher Vortex for nothing. I'm in.
Oh, God.
Old VPN commercials or VPN advertisements.
All right.
Sure. Or also just like every 90s and early 2000s cyberpunk movie / hacker. Yeah.
Sure.
Just a bunch of keywords.
sure
just a
that's
bunch
what
of
they are.
Hacker
buzzwords.
man.
Hacker man, baby.
Yeah.
Weaponized technobabble.
What's his name? Seth Green. Wasn't he like a hacker on Walker, Texas Ranger or something?
Oh my God. He looked, yeah, he was definitely being typecast for that. That, you know, in the day, that was the. It's hard to get work otherwise. Oh, that's. Oh my God, I know that actor. He's got a cool name. He played Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Mm.
In the Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah.
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
great movie, by the way.
Favorite band. I own most of their albums on vinyl.
Oh, really?
Not
You
all
and
of
my
them
dad
yet.
will get along. My dad absolutely loves it as well.
Mhm. You know the lead guitarist Brian May. After
Yep.
after the band disbanded, after they stopped recording together, he uh, went on to they dropped out of college to try to they like put in an earnest effort into making themselves successful. And then so after they quit, he went back to college and got a PhD in astrophysics.
Oh,
Yeah, lead guitarist of Queen, PhD in astrophysics. No big deal.
just casual,
Just casual, like leave some for the rest of us, dude. Freaking
Legit.
stud, freaking stud out here, dude.
All right. I am
Well,
ready to go.
everyone ready? Last session,
Decidedly.
we concluded the gunpoint situation where Detective Sheridan was holding pistol in Victor's face. After a few interactions back and forth, conversation, things turned out a little bit different. The other detective was kind of wrangled and tucked over here into the corner, and the Honores and Victor ended up kind of wrangling Detective Sheridan, disarming him, and they were able to persuade him to call off the backup that he had sent out previously, or that one of his men had sent out previously, before kind of sharing some vague details about an unknown group that seems to be pulling some strings a little bit deeper than most people are aware. He was here searching for a certain key that the players had found in some previous sessions down in the basement of the hospital. And in a desperate attempt came here to find answers and potentially take it back, which unfortunately didn't end up in their favor, and convinced and escorted down into the tunnels to be able to flee the city. And at that point, the hatch closes, and moments later, the players hear gunshot, or what sounded like a gunshot. So another 10 minutes go by, and you guys kind of look over at the bar. Drawing a blank on the name, sorry. Sorry, Marlon. Marlon, face first, on the bar with a drink in hand, a cigarette kind of like burning into his fingers. What is everyone else doing?
I feel like at this point I just take a step back and just look at this entire situation, like all the things that have been happening so far. I just slump down for a second. What the fuck just happened? What
As
are we
you,
doing?
As you cling on to yet another wound post-surgery in the hospital and fleeing, you're still kind of holding on to those pretty well fresh bandages still as you kind of slump down to the ground, still in pain a little bit.
I just look over towards from where I'm at. Rowan, I think, is still. I mean, at least like the unconscious guy is still like over there. I just look at him and I just kind of think to myself, like, what are we going to do with this? Someone got shot. Another guy got shot outside that he dragged in, that Marlin dragged in. We killed one of the other detectives that was on a case and had connections with us. I feel like at this point, Harrison is just. I have to go down for a second, just like gather my thoughts, go down towards the basements in a little bit.
You said you head down to the basement?
And yeah, like either now or in a little bit, if anyone else wants to maybe talk a little bit. But otherwise, Harrison's heading down.
Let me see. With Harrison, with your passive perception, as you're kind of like walking by towards the back where you go to like pull the lever to trigger like the swinging wall door, you hear, you see the other detective's head kind of like opens his eyes a little bit and looks at you.
Oh god. Okay.
Where's my
I'll look at him. I'll go, oh god, I'm so sorry. And I'll reach into my bag. I'll pull out some hempen rope and I'll tie his hands behind his back.
Wait. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Wait,
I'm really.
where's my
I am-
shirt?
You'll get it back later, I swear. I can't. I can't right now. Don't make a ruckus. Just stay here for a bit.
Yeah, he's
I'll be back.
definitely still like under the influence of the
Hello.
Hey,
drug,
hey.
and he's just barely conscious, and you kind of like push him to the side and he just falls over.
Testing.
So you
Yeah, I push him to
Hey,
the
Chad.
side, and I'll just continue towards the basement.
The order of
Alright.
operations there was key. You tied him up first, and then we're like, "Don't go anywhere."
Yeah, just stay here for a bit. I'm sorry.
Okay. So yeah, they're restrained. You tied their hands behind their back. They're semi-conscious at the moment. And you proceed on.
I go down towards the basement. Yes.
Okay. So he's still just like propped up with his head and just watching you. As you go to pull to open the wall, you disappear from his sight. And you make your way to the elevator.
Making my way.
Making my way downtown. Actually, no, don't do that. Cut that out.
Marlon, it's been about 10 minutes, and you realize that you kind of passed out a little bit, and you wake up to the burning sensation of a cigarette burning between your fingers.
Ah, damn it. Hey, look, is there anybody still around me?
Yeah, I believe so. Everybody but Harrison.
Yeah, I'm probably like over at a side table, grabbed myself a bottle and a tumbler, and I'm like agitatedly like throwing craps by myself.
Uh, huh. How long was I out?
Not long enough.
Marlon's just like looking at his fingers. Burnt the shit out of myself. Try to like stand up, and I guess I'm still in pretty rough shape.
Yeah,
Um,
I like, I stopped your bleeding and treated the like immediate trauma wound, but you are still very low health. Like I didn't heal you.
Gotcha. Kind of look around and see where everybody is. Harrison was here, right?
He went downstairs. We have a problem. Well, we have several problems.
Oh yeah. Well, when do we not? You know. So I'll just kind of like I'll stand up, try to like I think I'll like attempt at like stretching backwards at first, and I'm like, oh no. I'll just kind of hunch back over again.
Start to feel some sutures ripping.
Yeah.
As you stretch.
And I'm looking around at the place. How bad is everything? I mean, has there been any cleanup? We still got blood all over the floor. What's it looking like in the bar area?
That's right, because the younger was not gonna lie, I completely forgot about the kid. They were brought inside, right? Or
Yep.
were they still outside? Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
there's
he was brought inside for hopeful surgery that didn't pan out.
Yeah, so there's still just the streak of blood, that's going from the stairs up to one of the tables. Some of the bottles and stuff kind of like knocked over from the tussle with you guys and the detective. And so, yeah, it's a little messy for sure.
So I go back. I just kind of slowly I limp back into the little spare room and open like a cabinet. I pull out a mop and a bucket and some rags, and I go back behind the bar and I start filling it up with. Yeah, well, downstairs probably where I need to be, but get this place cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, I imagine as you go by the sink, it's kind of like it's not the clearest mirror, but you can see well enough. You like go to wash your hands, and as you look up into the mirror, you see a faint orange glow in your pupils. And for a second, you see like a single scratch, almost like a tally mark that grinds and cracks through the glass.
A tally mark.
It's just for a split second. And then
okay.
you blink and it's gone.
Does he get snapped out of it by the guy tied up in the room?
Yeah, and you hear, ugh. Where's my suspenders?
Where's I kind of shake that off. Where's Bobo at?
Last you saw, he was down in the tunnel.
Okay.
He went down the hatch, and you can assume probably that he's
Taking care of things.
taking care of things.
I'll open that hatch back up, and I go drag the young guy, get the young guy,
Okay.
and I'll drag him back down towards the hatch, and I'll just drop him off down it.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
you go out here towards the table where you guys were kind of trying to work on him. You pick him up underneath his arms and start to drag him, and you stop for a second, and Honores is just slinging dice over there at the table.
Yeah. Hey, I know already. You think you can give me a hand? And if you will, uh-oh. I may have lost y'all. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
we can.
Yeah, sorry, I was
Okay.
just contemplating for a second. I'm not banging on all cylinders today.
I got you. Well, I drag him over there, whether with his help or not. I drag him over there towards the opening, and once I get him there, I just kind of like take a knee, just kind of exhausted. I look at the kid, just kind of hold him up, and look at him. Didn't have to be like this, kid. And I let him roll off down it, and I slam the fucking my brain is not working either. My gosh. The cellar, whatever you call it, door. I let it kind of slam.
Yeah. The hatch slams,
Hatch. Yeah.
and
Word I
you,
couldn't find.
for a split second, you see another tally mark. It looks like it's etched into the corner of the wood of the hatch door.
So I've just been in kind of like a daze, right? Like I said, I'm like technically I'm throwing craps, but I'm like not even letting the dice really stop rolling. It's just like bounce, like grab, bounce, grab, bounce, grab. And then when the hatch slams closed, you just hear me from like across the room. This is the wrong blood on our hands. We should deal with Volkov before we can't.
That maybe is that a name that's definitely a name I should know, isn't it?
It's
Volkov?
Psych
The
doctor.
guide.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh, the doctor. Well, Norse, you're right. You're right. But, when people come into your establishment and try to kill you, shit happens. Right?
He owed us. He could have been an asset.
Well, maybe you're right. But I would rather deal with somebody that I knew hated me and wanted to kill me than somebody that pretends to be my friend and then tries to kill me. You know what I mean? Just be honest. Don't play both sides.
Fair enough. But I'd rather kill someone who deserves to die.
We all deserve to die, Norris.
Speak for yourself.
Maybe it is just me. And I turn around and I grab one of my glasses and I pour a big shot. And I just sit there and look at it. And I just slide it down the bar.
Towards me.
No, if you're not at the bar, right? You're at the craft table?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't misunderstanding.
No, I just slide it down the bar away from myself. And I start filling the water bucket up. Adding soap to it.
What is Rowan doing during all of this?
I think. What would Rowan be doing? Well, guys, let me ask above board for the players. Like, what's the plan? What can I?
Oh.
I spent the last several sessions, probably the ones we lost, using Rowan as a tool to generate as a tool for like exposition for where we were in the story. And so now we're kind of at a place of unknown, braving into the unknown, right? We don't know what happens next, so.
Well, I mean, most immediately, we need to decide what to do with the guy that's tied up in the back room right now.
Yeah.
And then, all along, like, Norris has been advocating for going to deal with the doctor. Like, he didn't even really want to go back here.
All right, so Rowan is, I guess Rowan would head to the basement.
Okay.
Mhm.
Takes a minute for the elevator to recall back up, but shortly after you take the elevator down and you find Harrison.
Okay. What's Harrison doing?
Right now, during those few minutes that I have been down here, I have gathered some extra bullets from my pistol. I've been looking in one of the mirrors, just kind of tracing my fingers along all of the different wounds and scars, and especially the newer ones that I've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
And I think right now you'll find me sitting at a table, a piece of paper in front of me, a pen in my hand, but I'm just kind of staring blankly at the paper right now, almost like I'm trying to write something, but I'm just completely blanking. And I just seem completely lost in thought right now.
Okay. Then I'll go to. I'll have Rowan go to the ammo station, and I'll grab just a bunch of ammo and mags. I'll grab like an old bag. I'll reach over, and should I make it cinematic or should I make it mechanically succinct?
whatever you're feeling up to.
I will search for a bag that I can that can hold like a, what would essentially be in your inventory, the item backpack.
Sure. Yeah, there's plenty of bags. There's even like a duffel bag if you needed a larger one. There's a bandolier if
Nice.
you're specifically grabbing.
Yeah, I'll grab a
cartridges.
couple. I'll grab a couple bandoliers. I will grab that. I'll empty out the contents of whatever's in the bag, and I will just I'll just start off the desks. I'll just start like knocking things in, ammunition, right from the ammo. I'll go over to my I'll go over to the alchemy station, right? I'll go over to the chemistry station, and I'll start grabbing the various vials, even just like flammable liquids, right? And I'll grab a bunch of rags, and I'll throw those in there with the flammable liquids that are corked up for Molotov cocktails. I'll grab all of the potions that I have made for myself that kind of prevent the turning. I'll grab any, or any health or things like that. Throw all those in there. I will go and I will grab extra. I'll like hurriedly run over to on the wall like a white box that has like a big red plus sign on it, and I'll just like be fumbling through it, gauze and anything like med kit supplies. Grab stuff for that. I'll go over to the armor station, and I will start pulling up various pieces of clothing, bullet knife, stab vests, bulletproof vests, boots that are heavily laced and prevent your ankles from turning, straps for knives, holsters for guns, and I'll just like load up everything we have. Do you guys know who the Marvel superhero? I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. The Punisher is.
I don't know a lot about him, but I know the name. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, kind of like just like I just in everything we have that it's meant to stop us from being killed and also kill people, and then anything that could also be used to hurt or maim someone. And Rowan will throw all that in the bag, right? And then I'll walk over to the desk and I'll pull out a key for like down here, and I'll just set it on the desk. In case you want to stay.
I just instantly like snap out of it, like, huh? What? Sorry, you. What did you say?
You seem like you're not ready for this next part. So in case you want to stay here, this locks everything up down here, so you're safe. There's a bunch of
thank you, Rowan, thank you, but we need to keep moving right now.
Do you know what we're doing next? Do you know? I know what's about to happen. Do you understand the next part of this?
Well, I guess the most logical thing would either be to...
I'm like standing there beside you holding just a bag full of weapons and
Yeah,
armor
like,
and bullets.
I kind of connected
bottles
was
of
like,
Molotov
I guess...
cocktails. I'm like filling, like there's a Molotov cocktails in my bag, and I'm like futzing with a fire starter. I'm like changing the flames out while I'm talking to you.
Before the bank scene.
Yeah, I suppose we're going to find Volkov or find somebody related to this, but we can't really stay still right now. And I guess as you're like standing there next to me, you will now see that I have 2 full pages written like on the parchment, like in that short span that you were gathering things, I just wrote down this seemingly pretty impressive looking piece of text in like it's 2 pages.
For
And I'll
somebody
just kind of
kinda
I'll just kind of grab them and I'll just fold them together and I'll go. I do need to make sure to send this in a little bit.
we don't have time. We're not gonna have time
I
to
know
stop.
when we
Give
get
it to
back.
Bobo.
That's
No,
yeah,
just give it to
that's-
Bobo.
Yeah, I'll just give it to him. This needs to be sent.
Yeah, he'll take care of it. Or you'll be dead. Oh, you'll either be dead and it won't matter at all, or you'll be able to address what happened to the letter.
I hope the second is the case. In any case, I'll follow.
There's no
along.
guarantee. You don't have to do this.
I
You
know.
can just
I know.
get out of
but
here.
No, this. Look, I'm in way too deep. I know things about this case that make me
Well, you better.
a target, and I can't return home like this, knowing that I'm a target like this.
Okay.
I'm already putting myself in danger. I can't put my family in danger.
That's wonderful.
I'm joining
Listen, Harrison. That's so wonderful. This traumatic experience has taken you from placed you into some catharsis of spilling your feelings out onto a piece of paper to things that you knew you never wanted to say. And that's great. But you're going to have to lock that the fuck up right now, man. Okay?
I
Or
understand.
run away. You got to pick one.
You'll see my
We gotta
face
kill.
kind of steal a little bit.
Because they're going to kill a lot of people.
I understand. And I'll
So,
follow you. I'll pat you on the shoulder and I'll go. I've been in these situations before, Rowan. I know what needs to be done. Let's go.
you've been in a situation like this.
Not like this, but plenty of dangerous situations. Let's go. I'm ready.
All right. So, I will, as I'm walking out, I'll stop and I'll turn around and I'll start digging through, go over to like underneath a bed and I'll pull out a box and I'll open it up of heavy, like people like sweaters and like wool socks and things, like all this like kind of heavy, like it's like winter clothing, toboggans and stuff. And I'll pull out a couple toboggans and I'll take my dagger and I'll cut like eye holes out and I'll get one for everybody. I'm sick and
Nice.
fucking tired of people knowing who we are when you do this stupid shit. Okay?
You think that they're not going to notice me when I have these giant floppy fucking rabbit ears?
Rowan will pull a fucking hair tie out of his own hair, and he will wrap it around your ears.
Sure.
You better fucking not.
Oh, Spio.
Are you about to ask me if you can start wearing glasses during
No.
normal hours, and then whenever you go
With a nose.
into combat, you take your glasses off and people can't
like-
recognize you?
Is that a rabbit? Harrison the rabbit.
Right. So I'll grab that, and then I grab I guess there's the last bottle I grab is the one that I made that I don't know exactly what it does, and I'll put it like in my pocket. It's like, no, this one's all right. All the rest of them are labeled. This one is only in case of emergencies because I don't know what the fuck it does yet. I haven't been able to test it.
I hope we don't have to find out. Let's
I have
let's
a
go
feeling
meet up
we're
with-
gonna. I have a feeling that's
probably
gonna happen.
knowing our luck up until now, probably. Let's just meet up with the rest.
Do
I
you
got
have
this-
gloves?
I
Do
got
you have gloves?
I got everything I need in my pack. I'm ready.
Do you have anything identifying on you showing? Because we're all gonna need to change.
Right now, I mean, I have my locket, but I'll keep that up in the inside of my coat if you don't mind. I'm not taking that off.
Yeah, nothing that dangles, nothing that shines. Nothing that
I'll,
makes
I'll hold
noise.
up my hands, showing 2 rings like these. But other than that,
Take them off, put them in a
Ah.
pocket, wrap them up, and so
Ah.
they can't fall out. Anything like I'll come up so now I'll say we were upstairs, right? And as they're kind of as Norez and Victor and Marlon are all kind of clean up and stuff. Rowan just I'll drag. I guess I'll slam it onto the bar, where the glasses were, whatever, in the blood and in the liquor and everything. This bag down, and I'll just start. I'll throw a bandolier and a pistol with a holster over to Marlon, a mask over to a Norez. I'll start just doling out all of everything that was in all of the efforts and work that we had put into making shit that had been stashed. I just start pulling it out, man. I pull out the armory and I start going over it. I pull out the black soot, kind of a lamplighter black is what it's called. So it's the soot from a candle, right? It's soup, mixed in with a little bit of I'm assuming petroleum jelly. We're trying to that black gold. We try to make as much. Now's the time. Anyway, and I start pushing it over my eyes and stuff, and blacking out my face, and then pulling a balaclava over it, and I slide it onto there. Start putting on black gloves. I start bandoliers with various poultices and potions and medicines and a quick.
Look, I know that you're paranoid release. And all, but this is to the extreme.
I'll fucking you think he thought it was extreme, and I'll kick. Wait, you already moved the dead body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fucking extreme, dude. And I'll gesture to the blood that Marlon's mopping. Marlon is fucking about to die, and he thinks that he's gonna clean up all the blood out of one human body with a 1-gallon wooden mop bucket. What? You guys think that it's over?
Of course I don't.
Oh no, we killed the first person who knocked on the door. He was sent, terrified for his life, was willing to try to get in a gunfight and kill 5 people versus 1 instead of answer to whoever sent him.
Well, then let's
go.
Are you saying this to where I can hear it too?
No, I'm in the middle of everybody. Yeah, and I threw you a bandolier with a holster and a gun. I've already brought it upstairs.
I say, and when you say that about the bucket, I'm not trying to clean it up, Rowan. I'm just trying to spread the stain, and then I just keep smear. I'm not even really going back to the bucket to dip it. I'm more so trying to even out this blood, this stain across the wood.
Yeah. Okay. It's not coming out. It's untreated wood, right?
Yeah, and there's spots of it. There's spots on the floor that you can see that are already have a slight hint to them stained with something, and I'm trying to make it even out.
Yeah. Yep. I take you for a 6-shooter. I take you for a 6-iron. I'll throw bandolier bullets over to Norez.
I'll take a backup.
Wait. What are you doing? Rowan.
Effectively, I'd like to make a proficiency check, basically, to use our fucking shit and whatever Bobo is made and used for. I'd like to use.
Oh shit! Open the hatch. Rowan, open the hatch back up in case Bobo's coming up.
Okay.
I closed it. I had to clean around it. He might be.
Bobo's just standing on the 6th rung when you open it, patiently waiting.
Yeah.
I feel like I guess does it lock from this side, I'm assuming?
It doesn't lock, but it'd be heavy for a gnome, probably.
Oh, okay. Rowan will go open it up and just and casually disregard the inconsistency of it needing to be opened with whoever walks near that is gotten rid of. So, this because I'm the third in line.
I stand behind you. I shoot. No,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna
Always has been.
So Gear Duo, the player, is gonna casually ignore that and allow Rowan, the paranoid, conspiracy theorist, to
I thought you knew the deal. You've been around. You've been living.
So not Rowan, but Gear make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. And I just start loading everybody up.
Okay.
Giving them just tactical gear. Like now.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the part I can play.
Start.
Somebody else is gonna have to play the part of make the plan, where it's at, and all of that.
Yeah, you start dispersing equipment. People that are taking things are checking to make sure that their chambers are cleared, or the slides are working appropriately. Everybody just kind of suiting
I pull
up,
gun
I
clean
guess.
kits and all that. And make sure everybody has masks, gloves, boots, tight-fitting clothing, or loose-fitting clothing, but everything is secured, right? Secured and fastened, all that shit. Which is mechanically represented by not having disadvantage while making a stealth check, I think.
Just in between, I'll pull out the key and I'll go, so where do we want to keep this thing? What's the plan here? Does anyone else want to hold it?
We don't want to keep this thing.
Okay, but it's not safe over here, is it? I'd rather it be on one of us, on person, than lying here.
It's not safe over here, is it? You're really burying the lead as I'm handing people weapons and armor because of the key, right? Fully fucking we're SWAT teamed out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if anybody else wants to keep watch over it, be my guest.
Harrison.
Yeah?
I'll take the key. But don't give it to me now. When here. I'll take my vest off. I'll take everything off except for my plain shirt. My holsters, everything. I take everything off. I lay it all on the bar out. Put it somewhere. Don't tell me where. And I'll carry it.
All right. I can do that.
And I turn around and I start mopping up blood. And I also go back behind the bar. I grab some high proof, clear spirit, cheap shit. And there's some spots where I could use it. Go back to mopping.
Yeah,
that's a hell of an idea.
I'll
start making
somewhere.
Molotovs out of the fucking high proof shit that's flammable.
Yeah.
I'll hide the key somewhere in his clothes. Yeah, sure. I'll just take one last good look at it, and I'll just go, hope this thing's worth the trouble in the end, and I'll just hide it.
You can tell me where. You can tell us where, as long as my character doesn't know where.
I would like to pay attention to where Rowan's gonna pay attention to where it goes. And if you want to DM it to me, I'm cool with that.
First, Harrison, can I have you make a wisdom save for me?
A wisdom save? Okay. Ooh, 3.
You look around, you're trying to find a spot to put this key in, and you think you find a good place, and you kind of like reach your arm out about halfway. You're not sure if you want to let it go.
Uh, I actually maybe it's just smarter if I keep it
So,
for now.
Rowan, you just kind of see Harrison stop as he's like starting to put it, and then he just stares at it for a second and starts to withdraw.
Do you say that to yourself? Do you say that out loud,
I
Harrison?
say that like kind of quietly, but I guess if you're looking
Okay.
at me and you listen to what I'm saying, you can probably hear me say it.
So if I was off mopping, not paying attention, purposely not paying attention.
Yeah, then
Purposefully
you
not
probably
paying
don't
attention, yeah.
hear it.
Rowan was purposefully paying attention.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm gonna punch Harrison.
bruh.
I'm gonna punch Harrison. I'm gonna punch Harrison at the same time. I'm gonna grab the key. I'm gonna punch him right in his jaw. Like I'm gonna punch him. I'm gonna punch him. Yep. I'm gonna cold cock you right in the jaw.
You do it to an
In
old
that kind
man?
of. Yep. And try to snatch the key at the same time. I'm gonna do so with a. I'm not gonna touch the key directly. Try to.
I think it would be
okay.
like surprising enough for Rowan to hit Harrison, so you're just gonna take 1 point of damage for getting clogged.
That
I would like to be out in the foyer. I would like to be out in the
I'd-
foyer and miss all this.
I'd like to instead of do the damage. There's that mechanic of like, which I love that they introduced in 5e, where it's when you make an unarmed attack, you do damage. You can try to push somebody backwards, or you could try to knock him down. I think I'm really just trying to knock Harrison on his ass to get it, like, kind of shake him and get
Okay,
his
so you're
attention.
trying to shove
too.
him
Yeah,
instead.
yeah, instead of a shove, but like, cold cock him, knock him
Like you're
down.
knock-
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. If that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And I want to grab the key, and I want to do so in a way that has worked when handling things like this before. That has worked for me before.
Okay. Yeah, I think the clocking definitely just goes through for being like a sort of surprise. But I would like a contesting check to see if you can take it from Harrison.
Okay. Is there something that I would know, by the way, like how like lead blocks divination, or so is there something like a particular material that could prevent me from being affected by the curse, by this like cursed demonic item? I'll give the contest though as well, but that's I think more important to run.
What are we contesting with? Athletics or?
I think either or works for athletics or acrobatics.
There's a 16.
So athletics, okay. Oh my god.
Okay.
17.
So you go to swipe the key, and it looks like it's about to slip through his fingers, and his
And he
grip
hangs
just
on.
immediately tightens, and you guys are both just kind of like holding there.
I'll let go when he fall. I'll let go of the key as he falls down. You know, so it's still in his hand, and I'll stand over top of him. And DM, is there anything that I know that would make it safe when handling the key? Or something.
Make a religion check.
While you're doing that, just like for flavor,
11.
Honora's will look over her shoulder and I'll just be like, and you said we were being weird about the key. Like, I don't intervene, but I'm just like judging.
Yeah. Well, yeah. As Honora's is saying, that wasn't for the key. That was for putting me in this shit when I didn't ask.
It's fair enough. And I'll look over at my hand holding the key.
Now, hand it. I rolled an 11, by the way. General rule of thumb, maybe. Vampires don't like garlic. kind of idea. You know, silver bullets kill werewolves, but they also kill everything else. Yeah, silver bullets are. Everything is susceptible to a silver bullet.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that those, kind of things do apply within the world, and you would understand that. This kind of seems to fall out of the category of understanding at the moment.
Right, so maybe
seems older than those things.
Probably don't let it touch my skin. Probably don't use it. Probably don't look directly at it, kind of thing. Don't keep it on me for very long amounts of time.
Okay.
But nothing for certain.
Yeah, for like, just for your current knowledge, that everyone else has basically used it or touched it or has messed with it in some way, and so far you're the only one that hasn't made contact or used it, and it doesn't feel like it has any sort of sway over you.
Spio, can I?
I'll pull out a. Go ahead.
Can I look at the key? Can I look at it like as I'm holding it in my hands? I'll look over at Rowan. Can I try and throw it away? Just at least try to.
You don't want to.
I really don't want to.
Oh, you already made that wisdom save, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You already made that.
All right.
So, all right. Hey, that was for dragging me into this shit when I didn't want to. All right. Now, Harrison, and I'll pull out a wooden box or like a little tin or something with a lid. I'll open up the lid. I'll hold it out. Put the key in here.
I think I should keep it, Rowan. I think it's better if I keep it for now.
Innuendo. Can I make that's an old skill. I guess. Oh, what would it be? I don't even know mechanically. I'll look at both Marlon and Honora's. Try to,
Oh god, no! Don't gang up on me.
Here. Guys, help me here.
Don't gang up on poor old Harrison.
There's a reason I punched you to knock you down.
Let me just keep the key, guys. Come on.
That's not how it's gonna work.
Why should he give it to you after you punched him? Because you haven't explained anything in character, right? You're just like, give it to me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Honora's, the key is a demonic artifact that allows you to enter into the minds of another that is obviously had some effect or curse upon Harrison where he does not want to lose possession of it. And we should all want it to be not in anyone's possession and safely away from anybody else that it can control, because people are willing to not only kill for it, and I'll gesture to all the blood on the floor, but die for it to be in someone else's possession, even. Like, not
That's
even
why-
to have it, but to bring it to someone else.
That's why I think I should keep it for now, to be honest. I think it's safer if I just
You
keep it
sound like a
close.
crack. Does he not sound like a crackhead right now? Like he can quit any time.
But I can. If it needs to be gone, I can totally just put it somewhere. I just don't want to right now. It's safer if I keep it close to me for now.
No, it's not. We're all in more debt. You tried so hard to have me insert it into my own head or somebody else's, and each time I said no thank you, you did not respect my decisions and tried to convince me to do something I did not want to do.
That is
And
a
that-
very strong point.
Is this not? Am I crazy? I'm not crazy. I'm crazy, but not about this. You're not crazy if it's right. You know what I mean?
I mean, hey, if anyone wants to try and take the key from me, go ahead.
Please, somebody, help me get this key in this box. I cannot touch it. It hasn't affected me yet.
You guys hear
No.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, then worse.
Not everything you don't understand is a demon, Rowan.
Look at the thing that we're holding.
Right, but think from Anora's perspective. He's from like a witch doctor culture, right?
Right. No, but there is evil witch doctor shit. Also, for the purposes of specifically controlling other people's minds to have them do your bidding. And that's what this is. But we don't know who made it.
True, there are evil doctors.
Shouldn't we
Honora
focus
is
more
our-
on the task at hand? Like,
You're-
we still got Volkov to deal with.
Honorez, are you telling me this key's not evil? And that Harrison should keep it, and then we should all go kill this doctor and just trust that it's not going to mind control Harrison in a moment whenever we need him to be cognizant and he turns on us. And one of us die.
Saying jumping to conclusions got us where we are. Gestures broadly.
I think I'll walk back in here. I think I've cleaned the steps. I've cleaned out in front of the Bishop Square, up the steps in the foyer, all the way down. I've spread it all out, disinfected it kind of, and I'm walking in now.
Yeah, make a general performance check for me, as you guys also hear a thud
Performance?
from behind the wall, and you hear just like kind of scruffling along the wood, and eventually you see
Oh, it's the fucking guy.
this guy like caterpilling, like his head like slides beyond the wall.
Shit.
A key? What are you guys talking about? Who has my suspenders? Where's my damn shirt?
Hey.
Yeah, Marlon. Seems like you've probably had previous experience with this, and
Hmm.
everything seems to be tidied up.
Yeah.
Just nonchalantly look over at Marlon and be like, I told you we had more than one problem.
Oh, shit. I need to sit down. And I like go over towards this like a table beside, is this a table right here? I don't know if I can ping that
Yeah.
or not. Behind, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you just hold
So I
left
like,
click.
okay. You can hold left click. Okay. I'll pull out a little chair right there and I just kind of sit down and I see him. Fuck. Alright, just give me a second. Where's Victor? What's Victor doing? Right.
Just drinking at the bar.
Victor, could you take that guy in the in this room here? I point towards the room that the like utility room, I guess. Could you take him in there? Give me
Isn't
just
that
a
where he
second.
came from?
Yeah, sure.
That's where he came from? I thought he was way back here somewhere. Oh, he was in the utility room already?
No, he's like up
Kinda
against the
slumped
wall, I
against it.
think. I think they just kind
Yeah.
of
Okay.
ducked him in the corner for the event.
Well, if nobody wants to contest me for it, I guess I'll just keep it for now, and I'll just slide it right
Yeah,
back
go ahead,
into
just
my
keep
pocket.
Perfectly fine. Just absolutely fucking keep that. Sorry I punched you. That was my fault. I'm doing a bad thing right now. I'm the one
I'm
who's
like,
in the wrong here. I don't want to help everybody. All right. I'm
what the
fucking
fuck?
up.
I'm like leaning back, and I'm like kind of leaning back, but I can't quite lean back as much as I really want to, and I'm like kind of holding my stomach. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Harrison, do you not put it in my stuff? Hide it somewhere?
No, he didn't.
I think I should just keep it close to me for now. I was going to, but
It
I think
possessed
it's-
him.
no, it's probably just safer.
It fucking possessed him, and I tried to take it from him, and then Honora said it's not evil.
I just think it's
All right.
safer for me to keep it for now.
I just said it might be a necessary evil.
So it's necessary that we let it possess Harrison instead of
Gosh damn
hide
it, mother fuck! I like go immediately like to set up, and I can't. I'm like, oh, and I grab onto some things, and I like push myself up and approach the bar. I get all my things. I start putting them back on. Right, Harrison, what the fuck's going on? What are you talking about? You're gonna hold on to it.
I just think it's safer for now. I mean, they. I just feel like it's better for me.
No. I go around and I get up real close to Harrison, and I look at him, like looking at him in the eyes.
I get up behind him. I'm gonna give you the help action.
Says
Finally,
it's
somebody's
safer
on
with
board.
him, and Harrison's just like clearly the most like injured and wounded person.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
While I'm
just
behind
like-
him, I hold out like a little tin
I'm just
and like
the
hold it
most
off to the side where you can
observant
see
of the
it.
group, and so I probably know. I'm just rambling on and on right now. Like I'm just the most observant of the group, and I just feel like that means that the key is safest with me. You know,
you
like I'll be able
like
to
rubbing
watch out
it?
for danger.
Rubbing it like a worry stone, holding it in your
Yeah.
hand, like looking at it, and,
Kind of
like
twist, just kind
Well,
of
look-
twirling it in my hands. You know, like with a
Alright.
coin.
I know what you're saying, and but this isn't you. This isn't being logical. And okay, so this is what I want to try to do, Ethan, if I can. I want to like be trying to distract him with my right hand, maybe grabbing a glass, throwing it up, knocking it over, oops, grabbing another glass, putting it up. I'm gonna try to like fix him a drink from behind the bar with one arm, while I'm just trying to distract him. I'm like looking at looking behind. This is very complicated. I'm like looking behind him at Rowan
Mhm.
and seeing if his eyes dart to any part of his body, and then okay.
The arm that's like I'm behind him, just the arm that's holding the key. Like I'll just pin it
Oh, he
down or
has it
whatever.
in his hand. He
Yeah,
has
he's
it
got
in
it
his
in his
hand.
hand.
I'm just twirling it around in my
Twirling it
fingers
around in
right
his
now,
hand,
you know,
yeah.
like,
Oh, okay. So that I never mind on that part. So I'm just trying to distract him, and I'm like trying to pour him a drink. And this isn't you. Why are you acting like this? I don't. You don't want this burden. And I pour him a drink. I was, have a drink, please. And if any point that this key wafts in front of me, I'm going to like a
It'll
monk.
waft in front of you right now because I grab I push Harrison into the bar and grab his arm and like hold it out towards you
shit.
with
Okay.
the tin that
Okay, we doing
in one
this?
hand. Yeah. And
Bet.
and I'll give you the help action
Yeah.
on fucking snatching this.
I'll pluck it from you.
Yeah, go for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Harrison,
At any
if
moment.
if you feel like you need to roll for this, you can.
I will roll. Yeah.
Roll
Straight
against each other.
strength or athletics?
The
I was
performance
gonna-
of 18. The performance of a lifetime.
I'm going to use acrobatics for sure.
Okay, yeah, it'd be acrobatics or athletics.
I think I'll just do athletics with this, seeming as how I'm just being like pushed down.
But by the way, anybody watching, this is the right way to try
Yeah.
to take a magic item from another player as a party effort, and obviously the player knows, and it's the player knows and is cool with with it.
You guys take the key from me. I immediately drop dead on the floor.
Yeah. When you get shoved into the bar, like some of your broken ribs from the previous injury kind of like hit into the side of the wooden table, and your hand just like pops open, and the key just like flies up for a second, and Marlon snatches it up. But even though you're like in definite pain at the moment, you also feel this weight kind of relieved as the ring leaves your hand.
The key.
The key, yeah. So
I put the key.
It's
I
definitely one
immediately.
key.
it's definitely not Lord of the
I
Rings.
immediately. Okay. So this is what I do with the key. I immediately slam it on the bar. The drink that I just poured him, I shuck it. I shuck the liquid out of it, and I cover it up, and I just hold my hand over the glass on the bar. We'll let Bobo decide. Wait, it's going on one of us.
Here, look. I have like a tin like to put it in. I ain't touched it yet. Here, I'll set the tin on the ground with a lid and put it in there. Untouched.
Out of curiosity, do I now realize just how possessive I've been over that thing?
You definitely notice that there was like an acute difference, but it was only during like this time. Up until this point, there really wasn't anything, but during this moment, you definitely felt the change. It's almost like it's also almost like trying to remember a dream that you had. Like the more you think about it, the more it starts fading away, and you know that there was something there and it was doing something, but it just like the thought of it begins to slowly dwindle from your mind.
The thought of it
alright.
makes sense, but as you try to use words to describe it to other people, you're realizing that all the words you know don't make sense with the thought.
All right. Well, you guys
As
let me go
it's
now.
starting slowly, yeah. Sorry,
Hear me out. At least bring it.
You want to? I mean, I suppose. I feel maybe.
Think of how many people we might help seeing what Volkov's seen.
I don't think I should be the one holding on to it anymore for now. I do agree with Honorus, though, in this regard. It's still valuable to us, even if it's something quite unknown to us.
I rake it off the bar into the tin that Rowan's holding next to the bar.
Yeah, if you want me to hold it, that's fine. If you want to hold it, that's fine too. It's just, I haven't messed with it. I haven't touched it. I haven't experienced it. I don't know about this, but things like this, the less contact you have with it, the less power it holds.
Well, being one of them that has seen it, Rowan, I think all of us that's experienced it can agree. I'd rather it be with us than with others.
I do
Really,
agree with that.
anyone else.
And I suppose I trust it the most with you for now, Rowan. Because I know that you have no interest in it to begin with.
As Harrison says that, I turn to Norris, see if what he thinks about what Harrison just said.
What of offering, like saying that Rowan's the best person to
Yeah.
hold it right now?
Rowan should hold it.
Am I feeling any compulsion towards it?
We're all
playing devil's
possessed.
advocate.
Massive.
I like that.
Saving throw.
Yeah, quite literally. I love the scientists, looking at a nuclear device charging up for the first time and like, but imagine all the lives we could save right before it creates Godzilla,
God.
you know? Right before it
we're all
rips in
possessed.
space-time.
Wait, what's everyone else's passive perceptions here?
Passive.
Mine is 13.
Okay.
Passive. Where do you see passive?
Average.
It's
Mine's
to the-
standard.
It's to the right of your modifier on your character sheet.
To the right of the modifier.
Oh. I see. 10.
I know I'm beyond.
Yeah, you see the plus. You see the plus. Oh, you're on Deity Beyond?
No, I'm
It's
not on
10.
beyond,
Okay, it's 10 plus your modifier, unless you're proficient.
which is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
I am proficient. Oh, I see what it is. Yeah, it's 14. Passive is 14.
So as you ask that and look towards Honores, I would say Marlon and Harrison, you kind of pick up as Honores looks at the ring, his eyes dilate a little bit. Key, sorry. Keep referring to the ring. Just not the one.
I
ring.
see
It's
that.
the one key,
I see
guys.
that.
Yeah, you and Harrison with your passive perceptions, you both picked that up.
Ah,
Ooh, I'll just kind of be if he tries to go for the key or like as Rowan is like putting it away, I'll try and stop him.
I'm not. So it's in the thing, lid on, set down, and then we were all deciding what to do with it.
Just in case.
I have
if-
not
if-
reached for it. I'm not trying to put it away. If y'all
No,
see
but
that and you want me to have it, you're gonna have to give it to me.
I understand, but if
You're gonna have to stop him
Honorus
or
tries to go for it, I'll just try and hold Honorus back for a little bit.
no, I say to Norris, I see that and I say, Norris, drink on the house, whatever you want.
Oh,
What do you
break him
think?
out of it. Nice, it's clever.
Make a persuasion check. What kind of alcohol?
It is. I told him whatever he wants, so I like to think.
Make with advantage.
I like to think there's a bottle that you told him he'd never drink, no matter how much money he brought into this bar. That he'd never be at because like one night drinking real late and he like whooped your ass. I know you were cheating and something and like
more than you can afford.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
You said a what? What's advantage?
Persuasion.
Ooh, I'm gonna need that advantage. Also, could use more if I had it. Yeah.
Does that beat the DC that you had set previously? Because that's kind of where my mind goes.
You guys see the pupils kind of go back and
Hypnotoad?
Nora's just like, yeah, Hypnotoad. Wow. Now all of you need to make charisma saves. No,
hypnotic gaze, hypnotic pattern.
And that's the end of the campaign. Everybody's sitting here staring at Honora, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just there's just feet. Like that's the end of the campaign. Feet hanging out of Venora's mouth.
Auto fails on all saves against Hypnotoad. Yeah, Honora to kind of shake out of it a little bit, and kind of see Marlin, and you like eyeball the top shelf probably, or however you react to it. You hear him. He breaks through as you're like staring at the case that they put the key in, and you hear whatever alcohol you want and kind of shake out of it.
I know you've been eyeing that 20-year, and today could be the day. It could be. If you had to have it.
For the road. I'll throw the bandolier on.
For the road, huh? Guys, damn, are y'all really wanting to do this right now? Right now.
If we'd done it 2 hours ago when I suggested it, none of those guys would be dead.
It does make a pretty strong case.
No, they would just... Okay.
Or would you rather wait for the whole city to come down on our heads?
The whole city? What do you mean the whole city? The law enforcement?
Literally anybody who has power. The Reapers, powerful people.
The Lost Boys
are pawns, and those are literally the most powerful gang people that you can think of right now, and they are pawns in this. Somebody else is playing them and using them as tools.
No, I'll go back behind the bar. I'll start to grab for that top shelf whiskey. They're pawns. Okay. So there's things I don't know. Yeah, there's things I don't know. It's possible that they are colluding with someone. I don't know what's happening. But I can tell you that they're many times more powerful than the law enforcement. Us in this room are more powerful than our law enforcement. It's a joke. But
I would posit something. And hear me out, maybe. You've all heard stories fantasy tales and whatnot of powerful items, swords at the bottom of a lake, right? Hammers that call down thunder. Great hoards, vast items of vast power, more than material wealth, right? You hear in a
Rowan,
story, and they
I think-
listen.
Well,
You
okay.
hear in a story, a hoard of treasures,
Mm,
and they don't tell you the amount of of gold pieces in there, what you could buy with it. They, amongst mountains of gold and jewels, they tell you about one thing that's in there that is so precious that it is guarded by the most fearsome monster that you could possibly imagine. It's part of the story, right? There's a reason. It's a dragon, right? Nobody
Mm.
could beat this thing.
mm.
It killed for all of these items, and it's so powerful, and it's collected all these things. Not a single thing in the world was more powerful than this dragon to collect all of the world's most powerful things. But in the story, somebody has a purpose and a reason to throw away everything to try to get whatever's in there and face the dragon, and they outsmart that dragon, and they kill that fucking dragon, and they take that fucking thing. They get the sword out of the bottom of the lake. They rend the god useless of his immortality so that they may wrench from his hands the hammer that can control even storms. They're all stories about shit like this. Okay? Are we dragons that can hoard something like this forever and ever? And are we waiting for more people, for more heroes in their own story to come up with great reasons to come and fucking kill us if they want? So we can hold this, and we can go kill the people who want it, and it can kind of disappear for a little bit. But unless we erase every trace that there is to this thing and us, but even then in those stories, they find a lost map after years and years that lead them right to it. We can't keep this. But for sure, we can't wait. We can't be the dragons that hoard it. They're on a quest for it. We will die.
I think Marlon, after pouring Anoris his, couple fingers worth of this super expensive whiskey, he's like sitting back with the top put back on it, with the cork back on it. He's like leaning up against his rack of liquor, listening. And then as there's a pause, he kind of leans forward, pulls out a couple more glasses, lays one in front of you, Rowan, and lays one in front of Harrison too, then pulls one out for himself, and he pours us all a little bit of one. I think you've read a lot of books, Rowan.
You'd be right. Wrote a couple too.
And like he meant that in a way that is, he meant that in two ways, and I think that you would pick up on that it's both, that's a high tell, and also that also acknowledging that you're very well read. And he pours you all a drink and turns around and sets the bottle back up on top. He
So
comes back over and grabs his glass.
Norez, what's the plan? And I'll pull out a piece of paper and give it to him, a map of the city.
Are we going back to the hospital?
We snuck in through the bottom. That's probably the best place to start.
Going back to the basement.
Back to where we found it.
I mean,
There,
Yeah, but
I'll
what's
circle-
the point?
Back
circle
where
the-
Volkov had it. We want Volkov.
seems like a reasonable idea. I just hope that. Do we know if he's there?
Would you rather carry all this in the front?
No. No.
We also, it's a good point to note, Harrison, that we don't know something. So, what if? And I'll circle the drop site locations that the good detective told us about before he was shot in the back of the head in a secret underground tunnel of the bar by Bobo, after having his life promised to him. Before we did that, he also told us about drop locations for the people who are in charge. Is there any value staking these places out? I mean, I agree that we should not be here for sure, and that we should go. We should be proactive and go and do.
I agree with that as well.
So if we're going into the basement of the hospital to guns a-blazing, I'm down. But there's also an opportunity here.
Guys, this bottle cost me 600 gold. Can we please? And I hold the glass up.
I'll raise the glass as well.
Cheers, cheers, to all of you.
Mm.
Sorry, I get what you're saying.
I just downed the entire thing in one go and just start coughing.
Nah, I take it and I'm like holding it in my mouth and I'm like swishing it around a little bit.
I agree with Honorus. Let's go back. Let's try and see what we can find there. I feel like there's still things to be discovered there. Then perhaps if we do run into a dead end, we can look at the information that the detective gave us.
If we wait long enough for him to hear about this, that hospital might as well be a fortress.
Exactly. I think
Well,
there's still a chance that we can get in there without too
It's
much problem.
and that's a question I have. Is the hospital his fortress?
I don't think so. All in all, when I was there, the basement wasn't as guarded as you'd expect it to be, considering that he had that key down there.
It was more of a, way you described it, a
Laboratory.
an opportunistic place.
Right.
That could be have your hands washed of it, as it were, public enough that it could be anybody, private enough that you can do what you need without being missed or being seen in an odd routine, just going to work, staying late, maybe coming home, no big deal.
Well, yeah. I say we go there. I'm ready when you all are.
We got a car? That'd be a great smash cut to a garage with like a sheet that gets pulled off. That'd be a great smash cut, dude.
I think everyone is probably aware at this point that there was a shipment of cars to Vinewood. How many are available is unknown. The cost is unknown at this point because there hasn't been any inquiring on it. But you
I
have
can't
seen
buy
people
one.
driving so far.
I have 0 gold. You're muted. Gear.
So
Money ain't stopped us from taking shit that didn't belong to us before.
That's fair
It got
enough.
us into this situation. Why adopt a set of morals and now?
That's fair enough. Then I say we go and head out.
did you get my? Well, so Marlon, after he poured y'all all a drink and we took it, he kind of left that conversation. He didn't stick around to hear what y'all were talking about. He walked back to life and this hostage. So if I could be there, maybe? Okay.
To be where?
Ethan.
Sorry.
Oh, I sent, yeah, well, I sent you a DM, but I sent it kind of late.
Oh, sorry.
After we took our drink, I think Marlon just put the bottle up, and then just started walking back and back around to where life is Victor, where Victor is with the hostage.
Okay.
And I wanted to walk up there. And as soon as I walk back there, the first thing that I do is I draw my pistol, cock the hammer back, and put it to the hostage's head.
He has wide-eyed and begins to start sweating as he is still restrained and
Right.
sitting in a chair. Victor's just kind of sitting there with his arms crossed.
Sorry, Victor. I
Don't
don't
kill
know.
What do you want?
I'm sorry. I just don't know how much use you could possibly be. Seem a lot. You would have to convince me that you're not. I don't know how that would even be possible. That you could convince me to be an asset of some kind instead of
What do you
a
want me to do?
liability.
I'll do anything. What do you want?
Inside check. Inside check.
Yeah, he's.
You want me to roll or no?
I'll go for it. Yeah.
You want me to roll for it? Okay. Sight. Nat one.
You're not sure. It's hard to tell. I mean, you have you have him at gunpoint, so may just be trying to save his own skin.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, please. Okay. Please. What? Please.
Don't kill me. I can
Don't
help.
kill you. How would you help?
I work for Vinewood Authority. What do you mean? I can keep you updated, give you tabs on new stuff coming in.
Yeah. Well, I think that you're going to go straight back to Vinewood, and you're going to tell the authorities that Oh, I think you should just die. And I like grip and I like press it into his head, and and I put my finger on the trigger. Um, I just, I'm sorry, friend. I just don't believe you.
No, please.
Your friend, I'd have to go back and look. Let's see, what was his name?
Daniel, right?
Yeah, Daniel. Daniel. How long have you worked with Daniel
Only for a couple
or
months.
Daryl? Couple months. Yeah. Well, do you know who was looking for a key? Have you heard that?
Looking for what?
Someone was looking for what? Yeah, you don't know?
The guy
Don't
just
know
did what he
anything about
said.
it.
Just back up.
Yeah. No.
You gotta believe
Well,
me.
what do you think? What do you think about the square? Do you like it? The Bishop Square? Is it everything you'd ever heard?
I guess. Haven't really heard of it.
Yeah. How would you like to still work for Vinewood authorities, but also
I just want to
work
live.
for me?
Please, I'll do anything.
Is it still the same insight check that would
Yeah,
okay.
pretty
Then
much.
I'd shoot
Yeah,
him.
it's just-
I shoot him in the head.
you guys hear another.
Harrison just kind of looks away, grits his teeth, closes his eyes.
Well, we were in the other room, right? Like we can't hear until the gunshot. We don't hear any of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just heard another gunshot. I just kind of put two and two together, seeing as how Victor went.
Is
The way,
there
like, just went
is there
away
like a
again.
common like swear for the world?
Only what you make it.
Hell yeah.
At this point, I think back onto the piece of text that I wrote, the 2 pages that I spoke to about with Rowan. I think I'll send over those 2 pieces of text to you, Spio.
Okay.
I'll just send them over to you via Discord. And I'll just keep it at that for now. But just thinking back on what I sent, I just kind of grit my teeth. I close my eyes again. I just think like, shit. Oh, we are just digging a deeper and deeper hole with every action that we're taking. But we can't stop at this point.
I just like slam my hands down on the bar. Like I still had the tumbler in my hand, like glass like shatters, spill whatever's left of the drink. Just like 7 hells, save it for Volkov.
So back when I shoot him in the head, and if I could, I would have like basically a bar towel to wrap around his head quickly to keep blood from getting everywhere. And I would ask Victor to drop him also in the hatch. Victor, if you could get him,
You're
um,
really piling them up today, aren't you?
yeah, well, fuck it. It's Saturday, right? And I turn around and I'll walk out, come down, open the hatch. And when I'll open the hatch, leave it open. And when Victor comes behind me and throws him down, I'll go down too.
The hatch is in the room that we're in, right?
It's behind
Yeah,
the
it's, like,
bar.
behind the bar.
Yeah. Okay. When I see you, I'll just like draw both of my pistols and kind of like hold them guns akimbo, and I'm just like, should we just shoot everyone between here and the hospital while we're at it?
I feel like at this point it doesn't even matter anymore. Whether we go silently, stealthily through the night, or whether we just do that. At this point, I feel like we've dug a grave so deep we can't even see the bottom anymore.
I'll look at, like, do they say that at when do I want to know, when do they say that? As I'm climbing down the ladder? As I'm already down the ladder?
No,
as
I'm
I'm
saying that
about
as
to
soon as
climb
I
down?
see you, like you shoot this guy, do whatever you do as soon as I see you. I say that.
And I say that right
Okay.
after.
While Victor's still dragging him in. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. What I've done so far is offended you. Okay. You haven't seen the dirty side much.
I've
Okay.
seen the dirty side enough during my work.
You've seen the dirty side enough, then you should know damn well why.
I understand that sometimes it needs to be done. I don't agree with what you've done tonight, though, especially not when it comes to Daniel.
What should I have done? Let him go back? Just let him go? Let him go back to the authorities and tell them what? Nothing that I can control?
Let
And
me
then
ask you
come
this.
straight here?
Let me just ask you this, right? After we had this moment of relative peace, after that entire scuffle with him, and you
Peace.
started,
When?
and you started
When?
feeling
No. Hold on, please. When was there peace? At what point?
at the point where he started to get so scared he didn't want to fight anymore.
Who?
Daniel. You know,
Oh.
back when we were questioning him, he was telling the truth.
Oh, you mean when he pointed his gun in my face and it malfunctioned and he threw it?
Yes.
And I walked outside?
Yes.
Is that when you're speaking of when he became peaceful?
No, it's after after it malfunctioned, after everything went the way it did.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
after
would
you
become very peaceful when my only lethal option malfunctioned. And I was surrounded.
I'm just saying, if we had to kill him, we could have at least made it faster than what we did tonight, filling his head with dreams and hope that he could see his wife and children again. Right after that happens, you just shoot him in the back of the head in some dark, damp little cellar. I understand why you had to do it. I understand why you're doing it. Don't get me wrong. I've been in this line of work for around 30 years now. But that doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything.
You think I like it, Harrison?
Of course
You
I
think-
Of course I don't. I hope to God that you don't.
Like Marlon almost gets a little hazy, but he doesn't quite. He kind of looks like past Harrison's right shoulder a little bit, just at the wall. And then he comes back to eye contact with him. Said, "No, we had, we'd worked years together. It's been he's been inside Bishop Square. I've served him more drinks than I've served you." He has been one of my, what I thought was a friend for 7 years. We've been a lot of places together. He's done me favors, I've done him favors. I can't explain to you what happens, but I think you should know. I would think that you would know what it's like to be staring down the barrel and hear a click. I hope that you don't know what that's like from someone that has known you and you have trusted for years, and they try to kill you because there's what? Because of what? Because they're scared for themselves?
My mind right now just immediately, as you say that, like staring down the barrel from someone that you trusted, my mind immediately flashes back to Delim and the way that we had like a really messy breakup back when we were working together in Sing City. I just kind of snapped back for a second.
I couldn't do it. Okay. Maybe I could have, but it would have been a lot harder. But luckily, my uncle's still with me.
I'm glad as well for that. Despite everything. All I'm saying is, if things had gone differently, yes, I would have done the same that you have done. I just wish that the way that he went out, I just wish that we hadn't filled his head with the idea that there was even the slightest little bit of light at the end of the tunnel before we had to snuff that out.
Well, and there would have been if he'd been honest. If he'd talked with me, which I feel that I absolutely deserved after what we've done together, out of all of the favors throughout the years and the friendship and the stories, I thought that I would have deserved for him to tell the truth instead of pulling the trigger. But I was surprised, but I shouldn't have been. This is the way things are. So do we know I like to think there's a part of me that doesn't want it to be something terrible, but there's also a part of me that demands whatever had scared him so bad that he was willing to kill me. Did he say what was so terrible and awful that he was willing to kill his friend?
All I know
For
is that he was
fucking
working
key.
for a group, and I think that that group is the Coveted. It's this really secretive organization, almost like similar in nature to the other gangs in the cities here in the Murkmire, similar to the Good Boys, similar to the Reapers, but the Coveted have been a lot more in the background. They do more behind the scenes manipulation, changing the little threads here and there so that the bigger picture changes, so that things happen in their favor the way they want it to happen. I have, back when I was still working as an investigator in the Sink, I had a few cases far and wide between that involve them. I think that the group that he was talking about is them. I don't have any concrete proof. It's just a hunch, but I do think that that's the case.
Do I know this term, Ethan? The coveted?
I would say, being in your position with, running the
Yeah.
business that you do, catering to both sides, you may have heard like a mention of it.
Yeah.
At some point,
Okay.
but nothing ever like in the full details. Mostly like hearsay.
Oh, so okay. So they're real. I'd heard. Yeah, just you can just drop them down. It's fine. I'll say to Victor. I've heard of this, but I've never known anyone. I've only really heard stories.
Oh no, they are very much a real thing.
Yeah.
I was actually, if things hadn't gone so south, like with everything, with how I've been getting beat up, almost killed, and everything, my next step was actually to go to the library to look for information, history regarding the Murkmire, just the groups in general there, maybe some sort of folklore, urban legends, anything possibly giving some insight on them.
Rowan, what do you know about these people? Anything in your books about the
About the coveted?
Yeah. You know that? You know them?
Well, I'll tell you what I know. Dungeon Master, what do I know?
I'll tell you what I.
Yeah, that was.
Give me that nat
You
20.
guys, you guys just told my favorite joke, but on accident.
Come on, big numbers, big roll. You can do it.
Did you ask me to roll something?
Yeah, history.
Roll a history. Okay. Sorry.
Go Rowan. Go Rowan. I'll assist by magically linking my mind to you.
With the key that's conveniently here.
Yeah, I just I lunged for the key. I just. Nah.
It's an 11.
With an 11, I would say that you've probably heard of quite a few of the gangs, like in Sink City. Most of the time when you hear things about the coveted, they're usually, kind of the smaller man out. You'd occasionally hear about them like trying to seize or take control of certain aspects of things, but they were never as big as the larger organizations. So, like, their impact definitely wasn't noticeable or even taken serious at some points because of how strong the other ones were comparatively. But as far as like a deep dive into
the coveted,
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Eldritch Boys? You ever heard of the Dead Four? You ever heard of the Shadow of Whispers? They're nobody. It's a group of fanatics that gather around a sort of power that they don't understand. And they think that what it's going to do is it's going to fix everything that's affecting them in their lives negatively that they don't want to take the responsibility for either bearing or doing it the hard way. and knowing that they could still fail because there are people in the world who that want the world to be the way it is because it helps them. So I've heard of, the coveted, there were nobodies. It's not that they were nobodies. They were just another fanatic group that clung to an echo chamber ideal of something that only benefited them, and they were willing to look at a gun, like take the gun out of the hands of somebody who had just been murdered in a fight and say, well, it wasn't, he didn't die because of the gun. The gun didn't kill him. Bullet holes all in the person, and look at something that's obviously dangerous and be like, oh, well, but think about all the good it could do for me, and not look at the face of the person who's dead and think, oh, look how dangerous it also is. Look where it got this person.
That's exactly why I feel like they might be the ones somehow.
Well, that's the
coming
only
back
name that's
into
been
the
thrown.
scene.
But the thing is, it's you say these ones, but the actual group, the name
It's just an
is
assumption.
not. It's just a name, though. It's not. That's a moniker that they're currently all gathered under. This
Right.
coveted it's a new coveted. So what I know about them is it's a bunch of fucking idiot goons and like one or two people with a little bit of power that's taken as little risk as possible and to manipulate as many people as possible to do all their fucking dirty work. Because the person at the top of this they're not willing to die for the fucking key, or they'd be here at the door. Whatever. Okay, here's what we do know about the coveted. They want to use this fucking magic key to look into people's fucking minds and shit and see what else it can do. So in the few minutes that you decided to utilize the power of this key, you did something just of unimaginable power beyond that of the mortal coil. So we don't know what it can do and what it has done and what it is capable of. So they don't want to just fucking figure out, like, they don't want to find out that time that you farted in class and everybody laughed at you. Right? They don't want like the secrets of the mayor or whatever. That's easy to get. They want this, whatever this does, it's more than just what y'all did with it.
Long since my father built.
But what I know is they're dangerous. They're powerful. They chose that name because it didn't have power and weight here. Because they wanted it to be covert. They wanted to be secret. They wanted people to be able to say that and it not be recognized except for those in the know.
Right.
They wanted what they were doing to get done, not to be known.
It's the first I'd ever heard of it. Believe.
And you hear about everything and everyone doing anything. People, remember that? You remember that group of kids that came up? That were, they were telling us they were the, oh gosh, what were they? They were walking around with sticks or something like that. Thumpers
Right.
or something. Yeah. And they were trying to, they were like, we're the thump, that was cute, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, they would get They would try to get in my trash out back and get glass bottles to throw at each other.
Yeah, and they'd be like, yeah, you remember our name. They wanted you to, they wanted you to know who they were. So you hear about everybody. People don't establish something in this city without going through here first to let other people know that they're here to do what they're doing and to have the territory that they're taking over and to play nice.
To me, there's no way that I shouldn't have known.
Because they don't want to be known.
Well, I guess that's true.
They weren't playing by the rules of all the. You know why a detective? Do you know why one of our good detectives here can walk down the street with a gun and kill somebody and nobody bat an eye? Because everybody knows that's how it works. When you got the badge, you got the gun, and you got your paycheck from up at the station.
Mm-hmm.
These people don't want, one of the Reapers or the good old boys, the good boys. One of them, they do something, it's known. Reapers, it's like, hey, I'm a good boy. Reaper's like, hell, I ain't gonna stab you to death in the alley then, because there's repercussions. Detective says, hey, I need to ask you questions. You don't run, there's repercussions. Right?
Right.
One of the Reapers, goes to or you go to rip somebody off on a deal and on a drug deal, it's a Reaper. And if they say, hey, I'm a Reaper, you say, oh, I better not. There's weight behind this organization because people know who it is. They want to be known, and these people don't care. Like whatever they're doing, it doesn't matter if we know about it or agree with it or allow it or don't allow it to occur. None of that. Our understanding and belief of whatever the fuck they're doing doesn't matter. So that's what I know is they're dangerous. And it all hinges on this thing. I keep rattling the key around. I'm not hiding it. It all hinges on this. Right? All of this. It hinges on this.
Norris, I know you're set on. Oh my gosh, big dog. I know you're set on going after this doctor. I'm with you all, okay? If that's what we decide to do, I will. I still am not one, but I'll do what is needed. But first, I have to check on my uncle.
I'm sorry, I personally didn't hear you said you're with us, but it sounded like there was some exception or something.
Oh, but all I said, I have to check on my uncle first. Thanks, Steve. Yeah. So I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna help Bobo with the dragging and disposing.
As you start walking around the bar, you hear your phone ring.
Oh. Okay. I answer it.
As you
Bishop Square, this is Marlon.
As you continue to walk towards the phone, the clock behind you says 3. You notice like all of the numbers on the rotary are 3. And as you like go to pick up, you notice that there's like 3 scratch marks in the handle. And you pick up the phone and say that.
Bishop Square, this is Marlon, and I am looking at the scratches and I wait and I stare at them until they go away. If they go away.
You've been busy.
Did the rest of us hear the phone ring?
Keep up the good You did not. And then after that, you hear the phone hang up.
I did.
I didn't hear what you said, Ethan.
So keep up the good work.
No, do it again. It was good. Do it with
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, do it
Yeah, it
again.
was good.
As
Do it
I
again.
as
Did
I
it
hold
not
it
come
up.
through with that?
No,
It
it didn't
did.
come through at all.
I don't think I was listening
It-
carefully enough.
I heard it. I heard it a little bit, but we were all chattering a little bit over. I think.
Right. Say it again.
Okay, so you pick up the phone. You've been busy. Keep up the good work. And then you hear like the phone go dead.
I just kind of hold it away from my ear in front of my face for just a second. And I'm thinking,
The scratch marks are gone.
and I hang it up. Do I recognize the voice?
You do not.
Marlin, think I think maybe today has been a lot on all of us. I feel like maybe you should take a moment to have some rest, not acknowledging the fact that he just picked up a silent phone and answered it normally. If you want to sit this one out, I'd understand.
I turn around and I look at him. What's the expression on everyone's face? Like, do they look worried? Or what do they look like?
I look worried, but more so in a, despite the argument that we had, more so in a bit of a caring way.
Maybe I do need rest.
Rowan is wearing a balaclava with black grease on every part of his skin, so he had black clothes on.
Okay.
But if you want to make an insight check, I'll tell you.
No, sorry. And I look at Norris. I don't think that there's anything about y'all's expression that would make me think that there was not a ring. There was not an audible ring to everyone.
Mhm.
So I'll. So that was weird.
And
Someone.
yeah. Sorry.
Someone called to tell me good job. And I don't know who it was.
That's because the phone didn't ring.
Shit. You just say that?
Well, why would we hide that from him? The phone didn't ring.
I feel like he maybe just had, there's just too much on him right now, so I kind of wanted to.
Like you think that maybe he walked confusedly over to the telephone, like he looked at mundane items as if he had never seen them before, and then answered a phone that didn't ring and told us that somebody had called. He's messed with this magic key, lost a lot of blood, and we're about to go into a gunfight where we need to all trust each other, and we should keep that from each other.
That's a very good point.
I'm confused then, because I
Well,
thought that maybe
Okay.
saying, hey man, you're a little confused, the phone didn't ring, and so whatever led to, if you feel that again, maybe your perception of reality is just a little skewed, and that's okay, because the other things are real, but that one wasn't.
I think I think my mind's playing tricks on me because I definitely heard the phone ring. I definitely heard that voice.
Yeah, we all hear voices, okay? Every single one of us, a normal amount.
Okay.
Basically all the time, okay?
I've also been seeing.
the subtle blink from Spio.
I've also been seeing marks, tally marks.
Yeah, you had that dream with that fucking napkin, right?
No.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucked up, dude. It's fucked up demon shit. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Right. Yeah.
Remember, and then it sent me into like a fit of rage, and we locked me in a basement, right?
Well, you're completely fucked, but I haven't been fucked yet.
Well, guess what, dude? Your cherry's been popped. You put a fucking magic key with a skull motif into the back of your brain. What the fuck you think was gonna happen? What was the outcome that you expected?
To be fair, I did that.
To be completely fair, I did that to Anora's. No.
Now, yeah, welcome to the party, motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, I just
All-
figured I'd
no, you're all-
clarify that I was the one
Yeah.
that put it in him.
Yeah. You're all a little crazy now.
That's fair. I mean, I saw demons before I touched that key. You know, like back when we were in the church. You know, I told you about it. Then when I was invading Norgafar's home, I saw like a statue, and there was like this demonic face that started staring at.
I'll keep going through all the trauma, but while you're doing it, Rowan like flips the front of his balaclava up and just starts eating. Like he just starts making a sandwich. Like he's like doing regular stuff. Like, yeah, demon, of course. Yeah.
Bobo, do you need help down there?
There's no response.
Shit. I've got to check on Bobo, and I will this time. I will
Whatever,
actually.
man. Hey, chill out, bro. Just fucking you. Everybody who is fucking bleeding, or whatever, or been in a gunfight. Anoras, are you healthy? Have you been hurt? Do you need to relax for a minute?
I'm ready to go.
Cool. Let's go check on Bobo. Let these dudes fucking chill out so we can get ready and go kill everybody who knows that we have this fucking key. And maybe, if we're lucky, get some sleep at some point and not have to worry about being killed by random people. Because from this point on, y'all know that no stranger you meet will ever be somebody you can trust.
I understand.
Like you will be worried from now on that people are going to try to kill you and get this key. You did it. You found the magic sword. Now everybody else wants it too. You are now the dragons guarding the horde.
What about Bobo?
Yeah. Norris, would you like to help me get rid of the body with Bobo, I guess?
I've lost track. What body are we getting rid of now?
Bobo's in the tunnel, dragging the body of the person he shot in the back of the head, and he hasn't come back yet.
The newest, right. So there's a whole nother
three
body
bodies.
we need. Yeah.
There's 3 bodies down there.
Yeah, you
Man.
guys open the hatch. You see the other 2 bodies still at the like bottom of the ladder, pretty much, and no sign of Bobo.
Let's go help him out. Just get this taken care of so we can leave. And it gives them time to relax and dress, so they can be ready.
gives Volkov time to.
Marlon, are you gonna leave without finding out what happened to Bobo?
No, absolutely not.
Do you want to split the party? You want to stay here while we go take care of that?
No, I'll be listening down. I'll be listening, and then possibly even going down myself.
You can't, dude. Just take a short rest, brother. For the love of God, everybody
Come
hurt.
on, guys.
Roll your hit dice.
I'm fine.
Let the people who are not hurt resolve the issue.
Do you hear it? You just hear from up. You just hear from up. You see him? Can you hear him?
I'm just asking Anora's of you. Are you gonna come help me, or because they're not gonna leave unless we do this. Thank you.
I'll stay up with Marlon.
I'll take my short rest then.
All right. So the injured try to catch their breath. The uninjured try to help Bobo with body disposal.
I have loose ends.
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh shoot! What? Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
It's 8 o'clock, man.
I didn't
That's what happens
realize.
when you show up an hour late.
Yeah. Damn.
Thank you, Spio. That was
Yeah,
a
thank
blast,
you guys.
dude.
That's
Thank
what
you,
a,
Mercy, for coming and playing.
Yeah, no, my
For
pleasure.
being sick, you know.
Sorry, I
I know
couldn't
we know you
be fully
didn't feel
present,
well.
but it was a good time.
As happens.
Thanks for playing devil's advocate and
Yeah,
the voice of reason.
yeah, big air quotes there, but
Yeah,
Um,
gosh, there's a term for, there's like a book, I'm sure, a paper of like the room where the conversation happens, all the scientists who decided what to do with nuclear power kind of.
no, that was a great reference. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the trope of the story. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
All right. Well, catch everyone next time. Have a good night. Thanks for
All right.
joining.
Good night.
yes, sir.
Also,
you
I
too.
feel all right. Also, thank you the other two people who I didn't say thank you to. I feel like I've left you out, and I feel bad, and I'm gonna think about that later if I don't say it. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.